Good morning, this is the Fat Health Teacher. I have been wanting to do this video for a while. It answers the basic question of how did I get so big? Or how did I get here to the point where I am looking at having gastric surgery in order to address my weight issues. The primary problem was body dysmorphia, which means that the size that I think I am up here is not the same as the size that I actually am. And you'll see body dysmorphia in multiple ways. I was talking with a coworker the other day, and he shared with me that for him, he was a chubby child and he lost weight, and every time he'd look in the mirror, he would still see himself as a chubby child. And he ended up becoming anorexic. This is a huge issue. So weight gain, weight loss, body image issues, these are not simple numbers on the scale. These are mental health issues as much as they are physical health issues. So my type of body dysmorphia is that I was always called a big girl. And there, again, was no differentiation between being a tall girl and being a wide girl. And so I grew up thinking that I was just this giant. I was called totem poles. I was called the Jolly Green Giant. I always had to buy clothes that were bigger than everyone else and longer than everyone else. I grew up going to church, and one of the rules was that dresses had to hit you at your knees. And I had a really hard time finding dresses when miniskirts were in. Let's see. I think I'm sad. I find things very sad when I look at the old pictures, because the old pictures, which I'm hoping to share with you, were not of a big girl, at least not a wide girl. I am not the person who was fat when I was growing up. I was actually relatively thin. I probably could have lost some weight, but I was healthy. I played volleyball a lot. I actually went to school on a volleyball scholarship. It was a D2 school. I don't know if you're familiar with the distinctions, but that means that while sports can pay for your education, they are not the fundraiser for the school that you find at Division I schools like you might with UNM or ASU. Excuse me. So, body dysmorphia, always thought I was big, and I wasn't. And now I have the opposite problem where I feel like I'm a lot smaller than I am until it's pointed out. I started out in high school at 6 feet tall, 163 pounds. And I remember this because at the beginning of two-a-days, our coach would always weigh us, and then we'd go through a week of two-a-days, sometimes 2 weeks of two-a-days, and he would look to see whether or not we lost weight. And I remember my senior year, I did not lose weight. And so he finally took me aside and he said, all right, big girl, this is what we need to do. If you're going to lose weight, or if you're not losing weight, then you need to gain muscle. And so that was what we focused on my senior year for volleyball. In college, I think I jumped maybe to about 170. And I didn't see a big weight gain until two things happened. First, I stopped playing volleyball. This was a huge thing. I was eating like crazy, and my metabolism hadn't caught up with me yet. So when I stopped playing volleyball, my metabolism changed. In addition, I started birth control. My metabolism changed even more. So within about a year, I gained 50 pounds. So I went to about 230, 240. Anytime I had a major life-changing event, I was gaining weight. So I got married, I gained more weight. I got divorced, I gained weight. I transferred jobs, I gained weight. I got married again, I gained weight. I got divorced again, I gained weight. And so here we are. It's been over 20 years since I was in high school, class of 95, and now I'm 200 pounds heavier than I was when I was in high school. This is not okay. There are so many things that being at this weight causes me to have to do without. I can't hike. My son wants me to carry him all the time. He's 45 pounds. I can lift him for a little bit, but eventually my back starts complaining. So when he says he's tired at the end of a walk and he wants me to carry him to the car, it's just not feasible. I have to put him down. And he doesn't want anybody else to carry him because he's a mama's boy, and that's okay. It also means that when I sit down in class, or at a doctor's office, if the chair has sides, like it has arms on it, that my hips are so wide now that I cannot fit comfortably. This is a problem on airplanes. I sit down. The last time I flew, I needed a seatbelt extender, and it sucked. I never wanted to be a person who needed a seatbelt extender, because the next step is for them to tell me, I'm sorry, you can't fit in one chair, so you're going to have to buy 2 seats on the airplane. And I'm not made out of money. I can't afford that. Speaking of money, being tall is expensive when it comes to clothes. Being tall and wide is even more expensive. I can't shop at Old Navy. And I bring up Old Navy because it's good for seasonal clothes. It's good for clothes that you're not expecting to wear or to be in style for the next 10 years. So these are not your staple items. These are kind of your everyday, I'm just going to wear them to be comfortable kind of clothes. And I can't wear them. So instead of being able to spend $10 or $15 on a pair of jeans or a t-shirt that are cute and that will expand my wardrobe, I'm having to either shop online or go to places like Lane Bryant or Torrid and buy clothes that are 2 or 3 times that cost. Easily 2 or 3 times that cost. A pair of jeans at Lane Bryant is $60. And what sucks even more is that a couple of years ago they stopped carrying tall plus sizes in store. So now if I walk in the store, unless I'm buying shorts or a dress or a skirt, I'm not walking out of the store with what I want. I can try pants on and they can special order them for me and they can actually ship them to my house, but I can't get what I want. Like I can't do that splurge shopping and just walk in and walk out with what I need. Taking a bath. Can't take a bath in a regular size tub. It was a challenge when I was thin, but it's even more so now because I have a regular size bathtub, and since I'm not a regular size person, I don't fit all in the bathtub, so I don't get to do that nice sitting, soaking thing that you see in movies all the time that looks so relaxing, where the person's just chilling out, enjoying their bath, reading a book, maybe drinking a glass of wine, that type of thing. I can't do it. So what is my solution? Because obviously whining about it's not going to cause me to lose weight. Well, when I met with my doctor, Dr. Duke Fong, he asked me why I was fat. And the typical thing is because I have, and then you can list off all of these psychological issues that have contributed to why you eat the way you do. But the long and short of it, or the short of the long, whichever way that goes, is that I am this size because of the food that I put in my mouth. Like, there's no getting around it. The food choices that I have made and that I have continued to make have made me the size that I am. So now I need to change that. The way I'm doing that is by being a lot more conscientious about what I'm eating. So I'm pretty much staying away from dairies and breads, staying away from starches. My doctor's 3 guidelines are, number 1, protein first. Protein is best from fish or non-animal products, followed by chicken, and then followed by pork and beef, which he rates as same quality protein. The second thing is that you can eat as many fruits and vegetables as you want, which is actually pretty cool. It doesn't mean that, you know, you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables with a lot of ranch dip or anything like that, but that is pretty cool. You can eat as much as you want. As he says, nobody's fat on a fruit and vegetable diet. And then that's actually his 3rd rule. His 2nd rule is to try to put in good quality food most of the time into your stomach. Now, I'm doing this and I'm preparing for weight loss surgery. And this weight loss surgery is called a gastric sleeve. And what it's going to do is they will remove a large chunk of my stomach, and then I will have a smaller stomach to work with. And some of the side effects are, A, I'm going to feel satiated sooner, but the bigger one for me is that by removing that large portion of my stomach, they're actually going to remove the mechanism. part of the mechanism that says I need to eat. And that mechanism can be very hard to fight. My biggest things are if I'm under a lot of stress. So if I'm under a lot of stress, I crave candy, I crave ice cream, sometimes I crave fatty food, and it's completely related to my stress levels. And when I'm feeling like that, when I'm tired, it becomes this catch-22, right? I feel terrible, so then I eat junk food, and then I feel like junk because I'm eating junk food. And so then it becomes difficult to get out of that situation and to actually change what you're eating. So the thing that I'm doing with this journey is that I am trying to change what I eat to have some long-term weight loss success. This was a really long video. If you're still there, I appreciate it and thank you. And this is going to be the first one that I've edited. I'm going to try to get in some like little title cards and some pictures and that kind of thing. So enjoy, maybe. And this is the Fat Health Teacher signing out.